Hey guys, welcome back. So it is currently October and we're in the spooky season. So it's October 15th. And this is going to be, I guess, the Coffee Tavern's way of doing its own Halloween episode. So what we're going to be doing, I'm here with one of the newer co-hosts. We have Dark, who's going to be with us tomorrow for our or what I should tonight, obviously, because you're going to get the video on the 16th, the day that we're doing the giveaway. We're doing the $30 giveaway. The way you can enter that is you can follow our Twitch, which is one of the rules. You got to follow the Twitch, obviously, and then participate when we stream at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 1 a.m. in the morning. Now, Dark will be with us. Dark, you can, give yourself away.
Yo. My name is Dark. Originally Kyle, had to change it up for a little bit. I am a current streamer, but the man himself has asked me to come on here and help. So that's why I'm here.
Yes, Daisy was having a lot of technical difficulties and a lot of issues with her mic, so we had to deal with this and putting this into perspective. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be rating some Halloween and some very spooky movies that we consider to be spooky. So that being said, first up on the list is we got Nightmare on Elm Street 2010. All right. Teenager Nancy, Quentin, Chris, Jesse, and Dean are all neighborhood friends who begin having the same dream of a horrible, disfigured man who wears a tainted sweater and a glove made of knives. The man, Freddy Krueger, played by Jackie Hurley?
Jackie Early Haley.
Is that really his name?
Yes, that's his real name.
His last name is Haley?
You know what? I hope Freddy Krueger comes in your dreams tonight, man.
Bro, but that's
his real name.
All right, fuck it. All right. Terrorizes them in their dreams. All right, now we all know Freddy Krueger is spooky. All right, now how I would go about the movie, I'll be honest. I feel like it's pretty mid. It's pretty mid.
Yeah, I would agree. This specific one, granted, my favorite one is when him and Jason go at it. Freddy versus Jason. Shout out. I personally didn't really like this one. I thought it was kind of too forced. Didn't really have a lot of the original aspects that made it such a great movie and such a great slasher film to begin with. So I feel as if, I would agree. It's a definite mid-tier.
Yeah, no, I slide that in mid-tier.
So next up on our list, we have Halloween 2018. Halloween is one of the greatest slasher films ever made. I absolutely grew up loving the series. Sadly, couldn't dress up as Michael Myers, but it is what it is. So for Halloween 2018, it's 40 years since Laurie Strode survived a vicious attack from crazed killer Michael Myers on Halloween night. Locked up in an institution, Michael Myers managed to escape when his bus transfer goes horribly wrong.
Oh. No, go ahead, bro.
Now, I don't know how everyone else is gonna, feel, but if you see anything about Michael Myers, I don't think you want to go near him, right? He's a pretty big dude as is. He stands probably 6'7". He looks like the Big Show, but steroided out. I'm not going up against this man. So he gets a pass to be, God's here for me.
It's was really fucking funny. The most problematic thing I had with this movie. This man murdered kids for every fucking summer, and they catch him. They got him, and they don't kill him. They put him in jail.
But he's been caught on fire. He's been shot at, electrocuted, ran over, head chopped off, etc., etc. They just can't kill this man. I don't know what they're expecting to do in the new movies, if they are going to be making new movies or newer than the one that just came out recently. I don't know. I think that they actually have to start coming into a contingency plan to where they just let this man live.
I mean, yeah, but it's if you really want to get into it and you really want everything to fulfill itself, all right, take a piece out of the movie. They show a picture of him sitting in the yard with other prisoners. He doesn't really give a fuck. He doesn't care about anyone else around him because everyone else around him just like, all right, he's just a weirdo, and he didn't have his mask. All right, when he busted out is when he then got a new mask. All right.
Well, I mean, technically, for those who haven't seen this movie, spoiler warning, obviously, but in 2018's movie, the only reason that he found out about his mask again was because of so he went after the reporters, and they still had his mask. So when he found them, he obviously killed them and then took his mask back. So the movie in that the mask in that movie was his actual mask. So that was pretty dope.
Yeah, no, that's actually pretty sick. My thing is just the whole nonchalantness to him. Like, his motive isn't really a motive. Like, he just kills them just because they just came onto the near his lake. Like if we really put it into, wait, I'm thinking of Jason. Why am I thinking of Jason?
Yeah, I was gonna say near his lake. Wait, what the hell?
The thing with Michael Myers is hold on, wait. Now because I feel like I'm getting confused. I've seen the movie, all right?
Yeah.
Where was Michael from?
Haddonfield, Illinois.
Say it again.
Haddonfield, Illinois.
And what? Yeah, so he just killed kids and teenagers. No, he killed teenagers. I take that back.
No. So Jason, he killed people going to his lake and everything else, and then he went into the town and started killing kids. Michael Myers, he was chasing Laurie Strode, and he was still in his hometown, so he just went around killing all the locals and killing random people that got in his way, or just people that he decided to kill. Dude's a G, love it.
So he didn't have a real like reason. He was just doing it just to do it.
Well, he wanted Laurie Strode, who technically in the original series is his sister. You find that out in Halloween 2. The doctor finds out about that, and then they go from there.
Oh yeah. All right, it's all coming back. All right, so
for me, this is my number one movie for Halloween movies.
We can put that in God tier.
Yeah, 100% God tier.
Now, up next we got is Paranormal Activity. Now, we have a description for it, but like, all right, so soon after moving into a suburban, track home, Katie and Micah become increasingly disturbed by what appears to be a supernatural presence. Hoping to capture evidence of it on film, they set up video cameras in the house and aren't prepared for the terrifying events that follow. Now, considering the fact that Paranormal Activity originally wasn't even supposed to be an actual film, they recorded this film for a class project that they were doing, and then it turned into a bigger movie. And they tried to like sell it for years, apparently. Then they finally got someone that would like actually like give them funding, like do it a little bit better. But everything was recorded off of one camera and one single like piece of memory. So I find that very interesting that they did that, and like how they went about making the film with just literally little to no editing at all.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel as if with it starting out as like a school project, I think at the time of this movie coming out and like the continuation of the series, I think with the original, it was definitely like a new take on horror. It was definitely like a breath of fresh air, because we were getting still slasher films. We weren't really getting like a home movie vibe, which I really did enjoy.
No, I completely understand. It is definitely a breath of fresh air when it comes to horror movies, because it gives you that sense of it just being a normal ass house with a normal like family or couple, and then shit's going on in the house. Like normal shit, like for example, like everyone has always had that one time where they're like looking at their TV and they see something like flash past them, and like in the corner of their eye they look and there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Or something drops in a room and you go in there, you're like, yo, there's no fucking wind in here. How did this fall? Like, so it definitely gave people that feeling of, oh shit, like there's an actual ghost in this like there's an actual ghost in this house.
Hey, look, you paying rent, you get out.
Yeah, like
I really like the whole movie vibe I mean, a lot of the angles were a little weird, but I mean, for a home movie vibe that was kind of a project that grew, it's really interesting how they took the growth from that one movie and branded out 4 or 5 different movies. I think four of the same, but 5 different.
yeah, and they all kind of like simultaneously met with one movie, like the original.
Yeah, the girl Katie.
Yeah, so it definitely is a very, very fun little film. Now, I'm gonna put this movie in semi good. Only because like I know I'll put it in a god tier.
Yeah, I would say with how big of the following and how much of this movie was actually like shown over the past few years, I would definitely say it's a god tier movie, but not due to how the movie was, just how the growth of it was.
Yeah, and
And
then the endings for each was just so abrupt. Put it in semi good. It's not god tier.
yeah, I definitely put it semi good. So as we're moving on, we're going on to The Conjuring. If you honestly haven't seen The Conjuring, what are you doing? What are you doing? It's Halloween season. You gotta pull out the Halloween classic right here, Conjuring. If you haven't, obviously spoilers ahead, but like you gotta know this movie. Um, a brief description of it. In 1970, paranormal investigators and demonologist Lorraine and Ed Warren are summoned to the home of Carolyn and Roger Perron. The Perron, one of those. The Perrons and their 5 daughters have recently moved into a secluded farmhouse where a supernatural presence has made itself known. Now, with this movie, automatically I'm saying God tier. This movie was one of the few.
Hey, you're bugging. You're bugging. Slow your roll, buddy. Slow your roll.
Nah. This is one of the few movies that has ever actually like got me on a jump scare. And that's
You're giving it a god tier because of a jump.
Nah. This is for the continuation of it as well, like The Nun, La Llorona. What else? I mean, we got Annabelle from it. We got Annabelle Creation, etc.
You know, I realized like most of these movies can be solved real easy if they just moved.
And not really. I mean, they try to do it in some of these movies. Didn't work out.
Let's put it like this. Let's go from the 3 movies we just had. Halloween. She wouldn't have got murdered. She just moved further instead of staying in the town.
I mean, if
you get what I'm saying, like, you get what I mean?
For her, even if she did move, like, it wasn't really Michael's goal to kill her in this current setting. It was more or less he wanted to just go home. The doctor brought him to her house, and that's why he chose to try to kill her in the last Halloween, the 2018 one. So it was kind of just the doctor wanting to be evil, I guess, but overall the franchise is goated.
All right, I'll give it that one. But then obviously Paranormal Activity, she could have just moved. Like they could have just.
I mean, not really, because it was already on her. It just manifested harder there.
All right, fuck. All right, we'll go back. All right, we'll look at The Conjuring. Only reason why I don't
we'll have to combat it, you know.
Yeah, because the only reason why I don't really want to say it's a god tier is for the simple reason because like I've seen a little bit of it. I have a very vague memory of the movie, so you might be right. You might be onto something. I'll let you do what you want with that one.
All right. So I say it's definitely a god tier, just due to the fact of how the camera work was done, the lighting, the visual effects, everything was done almost perfectly for what that movie was. It didn't look like it was like a high-priced movie. It didn't look like it was a budget-filled movie. It looked more like it was kind of like a cut budget to where like they had to make use of absolutely everything that they got. And I think that's why I really like connected with it, because I thought it was just very unique and different. And again, at that time, I mean, I think Mama came out, and I mean, that movie was a little weird to me, but like this movie still trumps almost every scary movie that's came out since. Like, if you like scary movies, you like The Conjuring. There's no correlation between those. But for this movie alone, the storyline was fantastic for like how it progressed and how it got bad at the end. Not bad in like a bad way, but like bad in a good way.
Nah, definitely. I see what you're saying.
And how the whole movie basically was like the growth of this manifestation on top of the family itself. It was I guess was like a different take on like what we've seen before with like Paranormal Activity and other paranormal movies that have came out over the years. Like, I mean, The Exorcist scared almost everyone when it came out in the 70s, right? Like that was the #1 scariest movie of all time for the longest time. But if you watch that now, it's almost like a baby version. Like you don't really get that scared of it. But this movie, like if you would have showed this movie to people 20 years ago, 30 years ago, they would write this as the #1 scariest movie.
All right. I get what you're saying. We can put that in God too. Mate, you summed up your case. You made your point. Now going to The Visit. Now The Visit for me, I'm gonna get to it, but it's about a single mother who sends her 2 young children to visit their grandparents on a remote Pennsylvania farm for a week-long trip. But the children discover that the elderly couple is involved in deeply disturbing activity. Now, a little sum up to what that means. So, the mom sent her 2 kids to, the grandparents. And by disturbing activity, I mean they just did some weird shit throughout the entire movie. Like the grandfather kept taking their old man and old lady diapers into the woods, whatever, and just leaving it inside the one. It was like a shed outside. All right. Instead of just throwing it away, he just always collected all the diapers and just let them in the shed, whatever. Right. The grandma is always telling the kids 9 o'clock, no one come out of their rooms. Or like it was like 8 or 9 or some shit. 8 o'clock, no one come out of their rooms. Everybody stays in their room. No one goes out of their room at all for no reason ever. Grandma winds up just doing something real out of pocket, and the kids in this movie are kind of stupid to me because there's no way in hell you can convince me to go inside of an oven to clean it. Now, what I mean by that, like here's what I mean.
Oh boy, here we go.
Like she opens the oven up, all right, Kyle, and she goes and she says, "Yeah, I'm a little old, you know what I'm saying? You looking young. Yeah, I want you hop in that oven and clean the back of it."
Hey, yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck, all right? So like automatically they're just weird to me. Like, I'm sorry, but my mother was like, yeah, let me just send my kid over there, like I know my parents are weird, but nah,
no.
Good.
See, there's a twist. Now, they weren't the grandparents. They never seen their grandparents before. So when they got there, they were like, yeah, we're with, grandma and grandpa when they were on the phone talking to their mom.
No. What you mean? How'd the mom not know?
Listen, funny as shit, all right? The movie starts, she pulls in the driveway, no one's home. So she leaves them in the house. She lets them out. They open the door. She said, the door is already unlocked. Go ahead inside. You're good.
Nah, that wasn't their mom, bro.
No, that was their mom.
Man. No shot. Your mom's just dropping you off like you're going to goddamn band camp. No shot.
Bro, drop them off. Because she's been there multiple times. So she's like, because the original grandparents, they worked at a nursing home. All right. They both work there because they're old, and they hang out with other old
Clearly,
people.
they dead there, huh?
Yeah, they hang out with other old people, and they were like, you know, I'm dropping you off. They get off at and literally 20 minutes, just sit in the living room, don't touch anything, right? Because the mom was running late because she had to catch her flight because she had a business trip she had to go on. So it was a rush situation. Should she have taken more time to actually figure out who the fuck was with her kids? Yes. Did she? No.
No. At the end of the day, like if you're gonna go drop your kids off somewhere,
yeah, like make sure
you should already
there.
have that put in. Like, okay, well, this is the day I leave. Let me make sure that they're good 2 days before. Like,
yeah, no, she calls and checks on them, but it's always when the kids are just randomly.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, you're telling me that the mom ain't called like 2 days before. Hey, mom. Hey, dad. I'm dropping the kids off in about 2 days. Okay.
No. She did that. She called and she said, "Hey, you're gonna be staying with, can you watch my kids?" They were like, yeah, we'll watch them, but we never seen them until they show up, and they're like, "Oh, you must be our grandkids." And I already seemed like it was kind of sus when they were just like making random ass mistakes, like they just didn't know the names of the kids because they never seen them before, but they've heard.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So does that mean the mom was talking to them and not her actual mom and shit? Like,
no, let's put it like this. All right. So the grandparents, the original grandparents, were on the phone with the mom.
Yeah.
They were talking. They said, "Okay, we'll watch them this day. If you drop them off and we're not here, we're working. We'll be off in like at this time. All right. Let the kids just sit in the living room. We'll just do whatever. We'll be back at the house." Because the sister was like 14, the kid was like 8, so it wasn't like they were like small ass kids. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it. But
yeah,
it's just that ain't adding up.
No, I'm getting to that. So basically, the whole thing was they get into the house, whatever. The mom was on the phone with her mother and her father. The people from the nursing home came to their house and killed the original grandparents, right? And put their bodies in the basement. All right, way deep down in the basement. Way in the far back to where you can't see. Way back there in the basement. And they pretended to be their grandparents. Okay. They escaped the nursing home, killed them, pretended to be them, and that was how that went. Here's what makes it funnier to me. People come to the house and they're like, "Hey, I haven't seen, Nancy, whatever, in a while. I'm her neighbor. I'm just here, dropping off some produce because, it's a fucking farm. Farm people drop off farm goods to farm people."
Yeah.
And it's a close community. So they were like, "Who the hell are you?" And they were like, "Oh, well, I'm just watching her grandkids. I'm just watching the grandkids, for a while while she's out." The sister overhears this and she's like, "What are you talking about?" And she's like, "Oh, it was nobody at the door or whatever. It was just a neighbor." And she just blew it off. Now, right then and there, I'd be like, "Hey, yo, what's my mom's name?" Yeah, go ahead and tell me that. What's my mom's name? What's my mom's birthday?
You want to know something that's even crazier about this? It's in PA, right? It's a remote area in PA.
Yeah,
bro, PA is just weird. I like you telling me you got people like that. You got nursing home people who gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna kidnap them and I'm gonna become their grandparents." Like,
no, so basically, they were on medication. All right, they never.
Ain't no medication that can help them, my guy.
I know. Their grandkids never visited them, so they were like, "All right, well."
That's even more weird.
Yeah,
like the fact that the kids don't even know who their grandparents are, but they're like, "Oh, well, come on, honey, go lay down in the couch." Like, I'm sorry.
No, let's put they never seen them or
No,
a
but that's a
picture of them.
problem if you're just
It
gonna
is.
randomly drop them
It
off.
is. It really is. And I you know what? Fuck this movie. This movie's made. Put this.
Yeah, like nah, I kind of want to put this like semi bad. That story writing's ass.
Yeah, no. Put it in semi bed.
Like that just don't make sense. You're telling me that the mom was never like, "Hey kids, we're gonna go see your grandparents," just one random day. See, nah, that mom fake. That mom deserved to die. How about that? Let's get past this trash movie. Get out of here, trashed here, 100%. I'm just kidding. It's definitely semi bad. But next up on the list, I don't know how many of the listeners have played Genshin Impact, but this movie, the number one villain, their name, Paimon. Okay, I want y'all to remember that. Here's the little description.
You mean to tell me, yo, that the villain for Hereditary's name is Paimon?
I'm telling you the truth, man. But here's a little description on the movie Hereditary. When the matriarch of the Graham family passes away, her daughter and grandchildren begin to unravel cryptic and increasingly terrifying secrets about their ancestry, trying to outrun the sinister fate they have inherited. Okay? So this movie, honestly, it's a really good movie. It wasn't like scary. I mean, it had some like, I guess, put-ins of scares, and it was like a continuous like good story. But there's one scene, and if you've seen this movie, spoiler if you haven't, where the girl puts her head outside the car window, and her head comes clean off.
That's just goofy. That's just tomfoolery.
No. Look, it was weird, but like
who the fuck dicks?
Nah. Look. Her head comes clean off.
Yeah, but look, bro. Who dips their head out of the window while it's moving? Like out of a car, to be exact.
I'm gonna be honest. If you've seen her, you would understand. Anywho. So this whole thing happens, and like the family is just really dark and evil, and like every person of this family is really creepy. But they all like praise this god, and this god's name is Paimon. I couldn't believe it. I saw this movie like 6 months ago, if that. And if everyone who knows about Genshin Impact, they just had their 1 year. I think like the 27th, 28th of September, one of those days. They just had their anniversary, 1 year anniversary. So I seen this movie about 6 months ago, if that, probably 3 months ago, to be fair. And I always had this feeling about Paimon. That little fairy, man. She looked weird. She sounded a little evil. And come to find out, there's apparently a god whose name is Paimon, and they're evil. So Genshin, I'm on your ass.
I can't, yo. I mean, I don't even know what to say. Where would we even put this fucking movie? I would put it in.
I'm putting it in semi good. That's where I would put it, because it's actually a really good movie. It's just that Paimon thing, man. That got me. I was lost.
All right, slide it in semi good. Now here's a little light on the subject, but it's pretty fair in its movie. We're gonna go with Happy Death Day. Now, Happy Death Day is about this girl whose name is Tree. Tree wakes up in a horror, in horror to learn. Wakes up in horror to learn. Why does that sentence sound weird?
You're the one who wrote it, my guy.
I didn't listen. I didn't. You know what? I'm gonna be honest with you. Wakes up. Let's just say she wakes up to learn that she's stuck in a parallel universe. Her boyfriend Carter is now with someone else, and her friends and fellow students seem to completely have different versions of themselves and a death loop. So here's what Happy Death Day was about. All right. This girl wished, you know, the day would ever end, or whatever, right? But come to find out that it wasn't due to her wish. Her friend was just jealous of her because she was dating the guy that she wanted to date. So she started fucking with time. And every single day she went through the loop and just went and killed her.
So what you're telling me is that this girl could control time.
No, she like did some ritual or some shit. And
black magic.
Yeah, put them in a loop. And now every single day she just lives it like her last because she just doesn't know how to kill the killer. And then she killed this fuck it. Movie's bad. Just put it in trash.
Movie's trash, dude. All right, y'all heard it, folks. Y'all heard it.
Movie. It makes me mad that I judged it that quickly, but like I've seen it, and it's just another generic loop movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no like real unique writing to it. It's just the same. It's like Groundhog Day, just with a murderer.
Yeah, Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise.
Yeah, see, no, it's the same trash. It's trash. Go on.
All right, well, let's move on before he has an aneurysm, guys. Next up is VHS. Okay. I actually, what's really funny is I saw all these movies like last week. These last few, last week. I started watching them just to be ready to watch the new one that came out. I think it was like 1994 or something. But the description: 4 thugs who make money putting their violent antics online are hired to steal a VHS tape from a spooky old house. However, things take a turn for the worse when they find a dead pensioner and dozens of more tapes. Now this movie.
Hold on. Can I cut you off for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Now we had trouble with this fucking word because it says pensioner, and you at first glance you're thinking, like, when you look at it you'll go, oh, what the fuck, like prisoner, and you're like, no, it's pensioner. So little English lesson right quick. So pensioner is a person who gets a pension. All right, now we all know what a pension is.
I hope.
Yeah, I really hope. If not, Google it and learn something today. Or our fabulous editor, could you just put the description of what the fuck the word pension means on the screen? At the
end of the day, me and him are both really stupid, and we didn't understand that was a pensioner and it meant pension. At the end of the day, we were just stupid. All right, that's all it is. Yeah. But no, back to this movie. So yeah, I saw it like last week. It's honestly, this movie it's remarkable on how like these are all like found footage, films. Like every last tape is a found footage. So honestly, some of them you might be surprised. Like this is a definite movie.
If it gets too like on, if you know what I'm talking about, if we can't really say it exactly what it is, just say they were like really bad and just keep pushing.
Oh no, this movie's actually really good.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah,
so the
yeah.
VHS tapes they find aren't just like random ass tapes. Like
no, they're all like found footage.
All right.
Like so, it basically starts out like as the description says. These thugs go into this house to steal this VHS tape. Little do they know, they are about to see some obscene, crazy, just found footage. It sparked an interest. It is kind of like the Paranormal Activity home movies, but like with this, it was straight out like found footage that could somewhat be a little bit true if you actually look into it.
All right, so let me cut you off. I don't mean to keep cutting you off like this.
But
so you mean to tell me their job was to just steal the tapes?
Technically, yeah. Technically, their whole job was to just steal this one specific tape, but they had to watch the tapes. So whoever lined this whole thing up basically made it to where they would die. Like they put it in as you are all going to, go into this house, steal this one VHS tape. But you have to like look at all the tapes to find out what movie it is because they don't
That's
tell you.
that's dumb. Wait, so they don't tell you what the description of the tape is?
No. They tell you like it's a tape. So like they have like stacks of tapes.
Okay.
So
So
like
how do they know which tape is what?
I think they were like they told them like a specific thing like in the video itself, and that was the tape. But like I think they hide it so they have to continuously watch the movies.
So here's what makes me mad. If they were just fucking smart and had half a brain, they just take all the tapes and be like, here, figure it out.
Yeah, well, that's why the house got locked as soon as they walked in.
Yo, future reference for y'all, yo. I don't know, like, what y'all
If
be
you if
doing
you if you were a thief, never grab a VHS tape. That's all you gotta do. You're good.
at all, at all. Hey, yo, do the next one, bro.
I gotta do the next one.
Yeah, do the next one, bro.
All right. Well, we still gotta place this one. I'm gonna say that this is in semi-good tier.
All right, do the next one for a second.
All right. So next up is Annabelle. Same thing as Conjuring. It's a different take. It was kind of a spur of randomness to me, to be honest. I didn't really expect a movie like this to come out. Kind of reminded me of Chucky at first, like before it actually came out and stuff. But a quick description. John Form thinks he's found the perfect gift for his expectant wife, Mia, a vintage doll in a beautiful white dress. However, the couple's delight doesn't last long. One terrible night, devil worshippers invade their home and launch a violent attack against the couple. Now, this movie's been out, I think, since 2014.
Yeah, you're about right. Well, Annabelle's always been like, even if you say the name, people go, "Oh, the fucking doll." You're like,
Yeah. I mean, that's all it is now. But I think it came out 2014. But it got shown in The Conjuring, and that's kind of what sparked the interest in Annabelle. And then I think they have two movies after this Annabelle that kind of gave more of like a backstory. So this one specifically was kind of weird. The storyline was okay. It didn't have like a bring you in kind of story.
yeah, no, because it's pretty generic, spooky doll. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
It's a generic thing with the devil worshippers coming out of nowhere. It was just a random thing that happened. But like as I said, the draw in was honestly The Conjuring. Everyone wanted to see this movie. Everyone wanted to find out more about Annabelle, and the last few movies of just Annabelle, it was honestly really good. I would say probably the newer ones are better than this 2014 one. So for me, I would say this is like a semi bad. It was good, but it wasn't anywhere close to anything else on the higher up on this list.
I can agree. I mean, a crazy crossover to me would probably be like Chucky fighting Annabelle. That should be kind of funny.
Okay, calm down, Freddy versus Jason.
Hey, yo, no. Think about it though. Like Chucky would have some good ass puns fighting Annabelle.
Bro. Chucky would get smoked. This thing is demonic.
Yeah, but it would be funny to see Chucky on the other end of the foot. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah.
Next up, we got The Boy. Now, The Boy. Look at his shoes. No, I'm messing with you. All right, so The Boy is about a young American named Greta, played by Lauren Cohan. Takes a job as a nanny for an 8-year-old boy in a remote English village. To her surprise, Greta learns that the child of her new employers is a life-size doll. They care for the doll as if it was a human. Now, the backstory on the doll. Apparently, their son had that doll, right? They tease it all throughout the damn movie that the son is dead. The son is no longer alive. So they use the doll as if it was a boy, right? Come to find out, the doll's moving everywhere. And she knows it's moving. She's aware and has self-consciousness that the doll is moving and doing things. All right. So all throughout the movie, she's trying to get this bag because for 12,000 a week to watch the, to watch the doll, it's all right. Now, here's what fucks me over. These people were so rich that they paid her 12,000 every single week to watch the damn doll. The thing that screws me over and makes me like giggle a little bit, the moment they leave, they just commit suicide.
Yeah. So what was really weird is, so this movie, it was kind of like an Annabelle, but it was
a twist.
It was a twist where it was basically demonic. It had the qualities of the demonic movie.
Yeah, but it just wasn't, because the boy was alive.
And he was but come to find out, this man was living in the walls, and at one of the parts, I think it was the girl's boyfriend from the U.S. or whatever, and he shows up and he breaks the doll, and this man Michael Myers his ass through the wall to go after them. So like, I mean, gotta give the man props. He's strong as hell for being in the wall.
At first I thought, all right, so the doll is just fucking moving around. No That's big exactly deal.
What I thought.
I'll punt the shit out. Like I wish this boy would, and that's what I never understood. Like even with Chucky, all right, and the boy, they're about the same height, but the boy's made of strict glass. He would have got folded within seconds. All right.
Yeah, honestly, I would have Justin Tuckered this kid, this boy doll for like 60 yards. Just shout out to Justin Tucker for that kick. I needed that for my fantasy.
Bro, like he would have got mollywopped as soon as I seen him. And what makes it funnier is I don't understand why Chucky's even a villain. Like, why is he even a horror villain? He's a damn dog. Pick him up. Pick him up. I
mean, bro. Hey, look, we seen people try to pick that man up, and he was like, "No, you ain't gonna touch me," and he started stabbing the fuck out of people.
Exactly, but look, his hands are so damn small. All you gotta do is just take the knife from him. Literally step on him and take the knife. That's it. You can kick him, cause what? He doesn't weigh. They've showed in the movie, there's nothing inside of him. There's no organs or nothing. It's just a damn dog. Pick him up.
Yeah, but that man's swole as a bitch. You can't even lie. That man will sit there and dunk on Shaq if you let him. Don't play with him.
Who is he dunking on? Who is he dunking on? He's not even the size of a hobbit. He's shorter than a hobbit.
Nah, man. Look, Chucky is a G. That man got a doll pregnant, and that doll had another fucking baby.
I'm not talking about that Rip movie. We're not diving into that. We're all right. The boy. All right,
we gotta move past the boy.
Yeah, the boy. Let's speed this up. Put him in mid.
Yeah, 100% mid. You're taking this one.
Yeah, all right. I understand. I gotta bring out the big guns. You know what I'm saying? Accompanied by her husband, son, and daughter. I'm gonna call her Adele because I have no idea what the hell. I'm not pronouncing that. I'm gonna call her Adele Wilson. Adele Wilson returns to the
Adelaide, by the way.
Who?
Adelaide.
Adelaide?
Yep.
Why does it sound like a brand of lemonade?
I mean, I don't know. You be drinking the sauce.
Adelaide Wilson returns to the beachfront home where she grew up as a child. Haunted by a traumatic experience from the past, Adelaide grows increasingly concerned that something bad is going to happen. Her worst fears soon become a reality when four mad strangers descend upon the house. Now, this movie was made none other than by the people of Key and Peele. Now, I forget exactly which one of them. It was the... Yeah, well, he made Us too. All right, which is weird. So this one had a lot of like stuff in it that I found kind of weird. The beginning of the movie, the soundtrack for it had me bumping. I'm not gonna lie. The Joan had me jamming. I was sitting there like, yo, this movie can't be bad. He's throwing out bangers. Like, it can't be a bad film. Like, because the beat was too clean. It was too clean. I could have spit a whole verse. I could have said a whole verse. I would have made top shelf platinum, guaranteed.
I don't know about all that. Yo, as be stumbling and fumbling. I don't know.
Nah. Look, stumbling, fumbling. Hey.
You be stumbling and fumbling. Get out of here.
But so he had a lot of hidden meanings in this movie. A lot of stuff that he like did on research, like in real life events, and it was just it was a psychological movie. It made you think. All right. Now, I feel like what he like failed with this movie is the execution, because it didn't really explain what the fuck their next move was. It didn't give any closure to anything, and there's no Us 2 that's gonna come out. Like, this is it. So here's where it gets weird for this movie. When she was a girl, she went and did the most dumbest thing you could do as a child and left her parents, and just stumbled upon this horror, haunted mirror thing. She goes inside and she finds this basement, right? She goes down there and the electricity still works. Let's keep that in mind. The electricity and all that still works. She goes all the way down there, right? She sees all these different things, all these different people, right? They're doing things that the people on the surface are doing. So let's say it's you, right, Kyle? Right?
Right. All right, let's say
you're eating a sandwich, right?
Uh-huh.
You're tearing that shit up. It's a good ass sandwich. Instead of them eating a sandwich, they're eating live rabbits that they left down in the facility.
What?
Yeah, so they're eating live rabbits that were left down there, right? Because it's easy. Rabbits are the most easiest source of food. And the reason why I say this is because they breed in hundreds, all right? And you can eat a rabbit. You get what I'm saying? Like, if there was an emergency, like you needed food and you didn't have any chickens, rabbits would be your next meal. You know what I'm saying? So they left rabbits down there.
That just sounds wild, but
it does. I'm just talking about the movie. They left rabbits down there. The rabbits were to feed the people, right? It was to feed them. Nothing too bad, all right? Except they weren't cooking them. And it was an abandoned facility. Now, what makes you mad is they just leave these people in here. They just leave them there. They take clones from people above, clone them, and had them down there. How the fuck did they get exact copies? We don't know. How are they doing what people are up there doing? We don't know. We don't know nothing about that. Apparently, that wasn't important in the movie. Sum it up, long story short. The clones get smart. And they say, all right, we're just going to kill all of our, originals and keep it pushing. Right? Hence the golden scissors. Because they're cutting ties with themselves.
How is that even? You know what?
It doesn't. Listen, here's what pisses me off even more. What the fuck did they like? What did they have? A Visa card? Did they just buy all uniforms and a bunch of golden scissors? Like, what the fuck? Like, what was the thought process? Like, did one of the clones just go, "Hey, are you tired of eating rabbit?"
I mean, maybe.
Like, all right, yo, you got a Visa card? Yeah, let me call Amazon right quick. Have this shit delivered. Like, they all were training to kill their counterparts. All right, and their counterparts were stronger and faster than them. So, for one example, the girl did track, right? They, before we even get to that, they bring in the house, right? And they gather all of the originals together. the mom is saying to, the rest of the family, hey, you had a bouncing baby boy, right? And you gave a smooth birth. I had a C-section. Who gave you the C-section? Who performed on you when you had this child? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, look, people do crazy shit.
They were in an abandoned warehouse. Who operated on you? They don't cover none of that. This movie, we're just gonna skip it. We're gonna skip ahead. Bottom line of the movie, they wound up killing, their clones. Come to find out, the mom is the actual clone. She took the daughter, right? And she took the original daughter, the human one, and strangled her and threw her downstairs, right? Here's what makes you mad. She could have just walked back upstairs.
Not just that.
Trash
okay,
I
see where you get your flaws at. Yeah.
Yeah, trash ass movie. Because she could have just walked back upstairs. The parents take her in. They take her to a doctor because she's not talking. Because the clones didn't know how to speak English. She's not talking. She's not communicating. They just thought it was a traumatic experience for her. There was no locks getting down there. The electricity still worked. There was nothing wrong to where she couldn't just walk back the fuck up the stairs. Like,
what you mean? That was plot, man. What you mean?
There was no plot. She could have just walked. She literally could have just took herself back upstairs and was like, yo, that's an imposter. I'm your daughter. But she stayed down there. She waited. That means she waited her entire life, right? To get the clones to like unicize or get in unison, right?
I mean, I just want to know what the hell the clones were.
That doesn't cover it. Trash movie. Trash tier. Put it in trash tier. So trash. I know. Look, before we even begin, I know I'm taking a more abrupt approaches on these movies, and that's only because, like, if the movies,
you kind of got the worst movies out of this list.
Yeah, honestly. Like, I would be completely honest with you. Most of these movies deserve the rating they're getting. I'll put it like that. Whatever goes in the trash tier, just know this shit was ass. Don't watch them. Don't even look at them. Continue.
All right, so we have Unfriended. Now, this is a movie that, honestly, anyone in this day and age, probably from 2007 up, Skype, Zoom now, even Discord, to be fair. But we all have this all premise where we can video chat with our friends, FaceTime, etc. But something about this movie that I thought was really interesting is how they took on the social media, I guess, brand. Like, they implemented that fully into this movie. Description of this movie: one night while teenagers Blair, Mitch, Jess, Adam, Ken, and Val take part in an online group chat session, they are suddenly joined by a user known only as Billy227. Thinking it's just a technical glitch, their friends carry on their conversations until Blair begins receiving messages from someone claiming to be Laura Barnes, a classmate who killed herself. Now, about that, so at the beginning of this movie, it's just friends talking, having a good time, laughing, joking, etc. This Billy227 person joins, and like, these messages start coming through. We're like, who posted this video? And the video is of the girl Laura Barnes, basically wasted to the point where she, used the bathroom on herself. Right? She shit herself. And so, like, they posted the video. She was getting ridiculed for it, bullied. everything. She was tired of it, so she decided to go in the middle of the park, pull out the pistol, and bam, she gone. And apparently, someone inside the group, the group of Blair, Mitch, Jess, Adam, Ken, and Val, they someone apparently posted it. Throughout the whole movie, it was more like a paranormal activity-ish vibe, to where it was just like an unknown entity was just chasing them and trying to kill them. And it was pretty intense. I wouldn't say it wasn't really intense. It was pretty I guess intriguing, since like we've already had these kind of movies come out, but not with a social media presence and a bullying presence, and more video chat-ish, I guess, presence. Like, it was always like the home videos, the Paranormal Activity style, the Conjuring style. So it's pretty good to see a paranormal movie that was not face to face with paranormal. It was more, I guess, social media based.
No, I definitely see what you're saying. As far as it goes into I get what you're saying, like about the social media aspect. It definitely is relatable, and there definitely is parts of the movie the where you can be like, yeah, this can actually happen. But as far as, obviously, the girl coming back to life, that it's fantasy. They can't happen. But as far as someone trolling like this or making a prank like this, that is actually realistic.
Yeah, this movie was definitely a different take. It felt good to see, though, because like I think this movie came out 2016, 2017. And it was looking back at it now, now that we are in COVID, and we've had to have Zoom calls and basically everything online. Uh, did this kind of thing, like, did they kind of think of this as like this could end up happening to somebody, and like it's just a paranormal thing? Or were they just like, well, fuck it, we're just gonna throw this movie together?
I mean, I feel as though they bring self-awareness to how social bullying affects people, just in a
Yeah,
darker
I
tone.
agree.
And it's all right. It's mid. It's a
Yeah, it's
mid-tier
definitely
movie.
mid. I would say that like this movie, watching it now is definitely different than watching it back then, because now everything is basically online still. So I would definitely put this mid tier.
No, it's definitely a mid-tier movie. Now we're moving on to the most nostalgic movie of throughout time. It. I don't even really think I even need to read y'all the full description. Seven young outcasts in Derry, Maine get nightmares, visions. They start seeing and hearing a lot of stuff from this clown. Now, a few things actually that I actually want to bring up for this movie. I love the movie. It's a very good, well done written movie.
Agreed.
Painful part of this movie is Georgie being stupid. All right, because no one in their right mind, in their right mind, would ever stick their damn hand in a drain with a clown in it to get a piece of paper. To get a piece of paper. Georgie died from his own stupidity. I'm sorry. He's just stupid. He's
yeah,
stupid.
but you gotta also look at it from he's still a little kid, right?
And
Nah,
look,
nah, nah, nah.
you mean to tell me as a kid,
Nah, nah.
you would stick your hand down a drain where you seen a clown?
Nah, nah. Look.
You would have ran. I would have ran. I would have been going.
He was more worried about his brother's reaction. That's some toxic shit from his brother. His brother just don't seem to care about the kid. So now the kid's like, well, I gotta make this up to my brother. I gotta get it back no matter what. So this kid died because his brother didn't want the kid. Honestly. So Georgie, I got you, man. Your brother's a dick.
Yeah, no, your brother's an asshole. However, he's at the rightful age where he should know not to, one, talk to strangers, two, go outside without an older individual.
I mean, yeah, but he even said like, my mom said I'm not allowed to talk to strangers, and then
he still talked.
No, because then Pennywise was like, well, I'm Pennywise. Like, calm down, Goofy. Stay in the goddamn sewer.
Bro. And then another thing. Actually, you know what? No. Because there's too much of this movie. We'll put it in God tier. It's a God tier film.
Yeah, I'll definitely say God tier. This movie is definitely that good.
Now last on the list. Take it away. Get this.
Oh, a Ouija board. All right. Now, the description of this movie. In 1967, Los Angeles widowed mother Alice Zonder unwittingly invites authentic evil into her home by adding a new stunt to bolster her seance scam business. When the merciless spirit overtakes her youngest daughter, Doris, the small family must confront unthinkable fears to save her and send her possessor back to the other side. Okay, so now that we're back on track, this movie it was really weird because like the mom basically was forcing the daughters to help scare the people into believing that she was a actual medium and she was actually doing these seances and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And so when they found out about the Ouija board, the youngest daughter wanted to play with it. So the youngest daughter started playing with it, and it went downhill from there. There was instance after instance, and then like the mom just didn't really care, and it was just always about the money and money and money. And so I mean technically greed took over here, and it was more like, I guess it was more like a, how do I put it? It was more like a punishment to the mom.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like said in the movie or stated in the movie. But like if you look at how it was, like the mom's faking all this stuff. Now the daughter is experiencing all this stuff, and now it's bad for the daughter. But like the whole story, like it's a pretty good story. It has a good timeline of how everything is going. It's not like a whole jumble of stuff that is just back to back randomness. The ending is a little weird, but past that, it has a good story going forward.
I get what you're saying. As far as, you know what I realized throughout this entire time we've been doing this.
What's up?
Every single time you finish something, I get what you're saying. Like, I'm like, you know what? We're just gonna be real for a second. I'm gonna just make a mental note. We're not doing that no more. Every single time you have said anything about anything, I've just went, yeah, I get what you're saying. And it's true, I get what you're saying, but I just gotta think of new transitions.
Yeah, I got you. But yeah, this movie it's definitely it's a new take. It's something that 100% they learned from YouTube fake videos, 1,000,000,000%. So I thought that was a pretty cool thing. Like they granted it's older than YouTube, like the in movie stuff, like 1967.
Well, let's just put it semi-bad.
Honestly, I would say it's mid-tier, just because it does have the scary factor. It has the random events that do trigger like the characters in the movie to get scared. So I would say it's definitely mid-tier because it does go in the realm of Unfriended.
Cool. All right then. Well, that was our take on 13 different movies, and you see we stayed on a little bit of theme. You know, we got the horror movies up here. We picked 13 movies. You know, Friday 13. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So let's go through the tiers though. That way they know exactly where this movie is and what the movie was. That way we can go through the tiers, and let's hear their responses. Like, let's hear what they have to say. Let's say if they agree, if they disagree, why they disagree, and let's go. Let's go with the whole thing.
All right. Well, I mean, yeah. All right, we'll see. Put in the comments, obviously. You know, which y'all.
I'm gonna be reading them immediately. I want y'all to know
Yeah,
that.
like
I'm on y'all asses now.
see what y'all say about these movies. I feel like we're gonna have a very
We're gonna have a few different opinions on a lot of them when it comes to the viewers themselves. But let's go down the tiers. Let's let everyone know which ones are which, and that way, if they're just listening, they can hear it.
I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory, don't you think?
I mean,
Like God tier is like it's a good ass movie.
Yeah, but the movies in those tiers is what I'm being specific about. That way, like now they know, like no matter what, like these were the movies that we put in. Now they can give a justified like. I wouldn't have put it there because.
I get what you're saying. All right, so in God tier we have Halloween 2018, The Conjuring, and It. And
In semi good, we have Paranormal Activity, Hereditary, and VHS.
Yeah, and then in mid tier we got The Night on Elm Street, The Boy, Unfriended, and Ouija.
And then semi bad, we have The Visit and Annabelle.
And then trash tier, which I don't. Listen, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Any one of y'all say these movies should get out of trash tier, I don't even watch. Don't even finish watching, bro.
Nah. I want to hear their reasons.
Oh yeah, true. I like to hear your reasons, so I may comment back on you and just be like, why? Such bad movies.
I agree.
But all right then. So that's our Halloween episode. I'm gonna give a quick shout out to our editor because he does amazing work. He does it quickly. All right.
Shout out that old man over there.
Yeah, we got some stuff coming out for y'all. So this was season 2. Actually, this is the last episode. Technically, you're gonna get a commercial sometime next week, so that should be very interesting for y'all to see and enjoy. And
also let us know if y'all want me back. Let me know. Let me know if y'all want me back, because this man be dragging me out of the dungeon I belong in.
Oh boy. But yeah, so I'm Donald Diggs.
I'm Dark.
We'll see you in season 3 of the Coffee Tavern.
Adios.